back into another video of the Arizona Sports Fan. Thank you so very much for tuning back in, guys. I really do appreciate it. Now, in this video, I want to talk about my top 3 prospects the Arizona Cardinals need to target in this 2021 draft. Now, I get it's all circumstantial. It really just depends on who falls to the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I really do feel like one of these 3 or 2 of these 3 prospects can land or fall to the Arizona Cardinals picking at 16. Now, it's really going to be up to the Arizona Cardinals to really pull the trigger, but I feel like it's going to be an absolute no-brainer that they have to pick one of these 3 prospects that fall to them. Guys, let's go ahead and dive into it deeper. Let's roll that intro. Welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, I wanted to talk about my top 3 prospects for the Arizona Cardinals to really target in this 2021 draft. Now, I did post a video about, the biggest needs for the Arizona Cardinals. If you're interested in watching that, I'll go ahead and post the video up here, and I'll also leave it at the end of the video as well. Without further ado, let's go and just jump right into it, guys. I do understand that this draft is going to be very, very circumstantial, and whoever falls to the Arizona Cardinals here. Now, we're sitting at number 16 right now as far as our 16th overall pick for the draft. Now, we're not the highest, we're not the lowest, but we're right in the middle. So anything can happen. In my personal opinion, looking at the draft, I see a lot of quarterback needy teams that can very possibly, leave a lot of great talent still left for the Arizona Cardinals to pick at number 16. Now, I was looking through all the draft prospects and I really looked at them and said, okay, who can make the biggest difference for the Arizona Cardinals? And I do really feel my top 3 list here that I came up with is going to make a big impact for the Arizona Cardinals here. Now, starting with number 1, it's going to be none other than Jaylen Waddle. Now, whether you say he's going to fall or he's not going to fall, if he's going to go to the top 10, it's really circumstantial. But I do feel like Jaylen Waddle can very possibly drop to the Arizona Cardinals here. Now, Jaylen Waddle did have an injury in the 2020 season. His stats are, I believe it was like 25 receptions, 557 yards and 4 touchdowns. Nothing crazy, nothing spectacular, but he's a very, very great wide receiver. He really reminds me a lot of, Hollywood Brown from the Oklahoma Sooners, a player that Kyler Murray is very familiar with. So Jaylen Waddle can definitely be somebody that can be available at number 16 for the Arizona Cardinals to pull the trigger. As far as his height goes, he's 5'10" and 183 pounds. Now, I'm a little worried about picking a smaller wide receiver. We've done that with Christian Kirk already, so I'm looking for more of a big body type wide receiver that can really elevate this Cardinal offense. Because let's be honest here, DeAndre Hopkins can't do it alone, but Jaylen Waddle is a very, very intriguing prospect to me. Not only he can play on the outside, but he can definitely, be very good with, have really crispy routes. And they're already talking about him being very NFL ready, so I'm really excited to see his progression and what he's going to do with the NFL. Jaylen Waddle can be an awesome prospect for the Arizona Cardinals, picking at 16. For my number 2 player here, I say none other than Devonta Smith. This guy is a Heisman winner for this last year. Awesome talent. He has 105 receptions, over 1,600 receiving yards, and 20 touchdowns for the 2020 season. Now, I get it. There's a lot of wide receivers that don't translate well from the college level to the NFL, but Devonta Smith is probably as good as NFL ready as you possibly can get. Now, if I were to look at this list of wide receivers, I would probably favor Jamar Chase over any wide receiver, but Jamar Chase is going to go within the top 10. I don't think he's going to fall that far back, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and stick with Devonta Smith here in my end. He is a Heisman winner, which is pretty amazing. Good for him. He's 6'1", 175 pounds, which is a little worrisome to me. He does have the height as a wide receiver, but being 175 pounds, he can still very well put a lot of muscle coming into the NFL. He's definitely a lot slighter in build, which is a little worrisome to me, but he made it to the 2020 draft, playing for Alabama, so you got to give him that. He's definitely an awesome NFL prospect that's ready to go ahead and go and start producing on week 1 for the Arizona Cardinals. And now my 3rd and final player I want the Arizona Cardinals to really go after is none other than J.C. Horn. I'm going to go ahead and move over different positions here. I think DB position is absolutely imperative. Now, whether Patrick Peterson signs back with the Arizona Cardinals, franchise tag, multi-year deal, in my personal opinion, I don't think he's coming back. I think he wants to move on and go to a contending team because what's important to him right now is getting a ring for him and whatever his legacy is. So we need to start looking for young talent in the draft, and I think none other than J.C. Horn will be that player for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, granted, he's 6'1", 205 pounds. He only has 2 interceptions in this year, but he's an amazing talent, an awesome young prospect that we can bring in here. Hopefully, he can start producing for the Arizona Cardinals right out of the gate and start automatically in the first game here. Now, he is out of South Carolina. That's the college he plays out of. I'm really excited about that type of prospect and seeing what he can do for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, if we decide to move Byron Murphy out of the slot and, have him both out there and maybe get somebody for free agency in the slot, or even if we get maybe a more of a veteran 26, 27-year-old DB that we can put, on the other side of JC Horn, I definitely think that can very well be a possibility. JC Horn is very physical at the point of attack, and I really do think he can translate very, very well to the NFL level. Now, he might struggle in the beginning because, let's be honest, DB is a very hard position to play in the NFL, especially when you're lined up against the top star diva wide receivers that they give flags in every sort of which way. So he might be frustrated a little bit, but I do have all the faith in the world that JC Horn can be a great prospect for the Arizona Cardinals and a position that's a big need for us to start filling in from here on out and start looking at younger talent. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I know there's a lot of you guys that want to get Kyle Pitts out of Florida. I personally don't want him. Nothing to do with him specifically as a prospect. He might be a very, very good player in the NFL. But me personally, I don't know. Giving such a high draft pick over to a tight end is just going to only, kill the needs that we absolutely must need. And to me right now is wide receiver and DB. We have to make sure that we start getting some young talent and filling up the roster with some young talent from here on out. Although Kyle Pitts will be an amazing talent for any team who picks him up, I don't want the Arizona Cardinals to go this route. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. That's all I got for this episode, guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'm out. Thank you.